Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for What's Next, the show where we help you figure out what to watch next. On today's program, it's jam-packed, and it is jam-packed. We've got Netflix's The Rip. We've got 28 years later, The Bone Temple. We've got Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice. We've got Timothy Chalamet's Marty Supreme. And we've got one of my favourite movies of 2025, Hamnet, which just came to Australian cinemas. What a jam week. Packed full. And then next week it's going to be jam-packed as well.
Yep.
Very lucky here. It's school holidays in Australia still for a couple more weeks. And so we're getting a lot of cinema. And we're also getting some new releases from the States as well. So it's really good. How was your weekend?
A lot of movie watching, I'll tell you.
A lot of movie watching. I heard a rumor, and let me know if it's true or false. You have been bitten by the bug of heated rivalry.
Yeah, I was. I have been hearing about it for a while and then nutted down and actually finished the series, which is only 6 parts. But it's a short and sweet, lovely series. Yes, very intense, very cute.
Very
cute.
Intense?
I would say, yeah, especially at the start of it's very, it's definitely, there's one episode has an R18 plus rating. Like it gets spicy, but I do think the show is very worthy of its love that people are giving it.
Yeah.
Because, it's a cute, sweet, romantic TV show. I think the last one was that Netflix one, but its second season was terrible.
Yep.
And it's just, I'm glad we have some of these popping up.
Well,
and it shows that sometimes these book adaptations may be well served to do in a mini series rather than slice it up into one movie. Because, you don't get the full picture, even though they adapt and change and add some stuff to this to the story. It's really refreshing to see it.
Well, it's definitely on my list. Be catching up with that soon. I've just caught up with Some Turn Pretty. We talked about it last week. Catching up with Greys and doing West Wing every night. So it's a huge week of TV and cinema watching for us. Let's get on to today's show. And the first movie we're going to talk about is The Rip.
Ooh.
The elevator pitch for The Rip is it's a Netflix movie starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, directed by Joe Carnan, who gave us Narc and also gave us The A-Team. And it's about Miami police officers that go into houses and rip out money and drugs and have to take it back to the home base of the cops. This is a special crack unit and it is based on a true story. Reasons to see this movie. This movie is so good. I think this movie is a mixture of Narc versus Den of Thieves, and there's elements of heat in here. It is very well made. It looks amazing. Would have loved to see this on the big screen. We got it in our projector room. It was still good. But yeah, love this. The rest of the cast is Kyle Shanahan, Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead. We also get Trayan Taylor from One Battle After Another. Sasha Calle from The Flash. She played Kara El-Abzal, Supergirl. I can highly recommend this movie. Reasons not to, I would say this is a bit of a boy flick. It's definitely high octane.
I would say the last bit is your classic, like, we're chasing down the bad guys, moment. The whole film, though, is built on, you gotta love the kind of back and forth nature of it all. It's like an intense situation where you don't know who's like the snitch. And so the whole movie, you're like, is Ben Affleck, is Matt Damon?
You don't know who the snitch is, but you don't know also who, because there's at the start of the movie, there's an unaliving of
one of their own.
Yeah, one of their own.
So they don't know if someone's dirty.
Part of the team.
And we don't know who's dirty. And it's like, very much
FBI
the intensity of it.
DEA investigating.
And I think it just comes down to do you love... I think Ben Affleck is a very charismatic...
Man.
He still works for me. I don't know what it is. He just has that charming, like...
You got Matt Damon in his honesty look as well.
Yeah, he looks like he has gone on a little adventure.
I can highly recommend this movie. Rating for this one, I would say it's a golf club head.
It's solid.
is solid golf clap territory.
It's perfect. It's great Netflix fodder.
I can highly recommend this to watch. And you know what? I'm going to rewatch this movie again. The Rip is currently streaming on Netflix. The next movie we're going to talk about is 28 years later, The Bone Temple. The elevator pitch. This is the follow-up to 28 years later, and we get two stories here. We get one story of these vigilantes going around and just maiming everyone, and then you get the doctor who's trying to come to terms with the end of the world, and he sort of like befriends a mad alpha zombie called Samson. Reasons to see this. This movie is Clockwork Orange meets Awakening / Warm Bodies. The Awakening / Warm Bodies bit, I don't know if anyone saw Awakenings, where Robin Williams gives Robert De Niro some drugs that wakes him up and he gets him to take him around all these places. Warm Bodies is
a love affair between a zombie and a girl.
Yeah. This is exactly the same, but you get the great Samson, which you got in 28 years later, and you also get Ralph Fiennes, who's just
who is the doctor,
madcap, playing a lot of Duran. You know,
he is the absolute best part of this film. He's incredible in this movie, and the two of them have this great relationship. It makes you want. I'd rather watch a movie that's just these two. Like, I was so invested in their like kind of friendship. He's also trying to investigate like what does make it, you know, the infected tick, you know, what actually could be the cause and effect that is happening here. And it's just so far interesting compared to, like, you get the kid Spike who had joined the Teletubby Clockwork Orange gang.
Yep.
And that is so dark.
Led by Jack O'Connell, Jimmy Crystal.
Yeah, it's so dark. And
the Jimmies,
yeah. It's dark, twisted, and it's just... It shows how corrupted, you know, the youth have become in being stuck in this like infected landscape. But it's just not like it kind of drags down when you get like sort of a weird comedic lighthearted moment between the alpha and doctor, and it's just like, I really enjoyed
of the Jimmy's bit. I really enjoyed the relationship between Spike and Aaron Kellerman.
Yeah.
Who was in Green Knight, also in Solo, this Star Wars saga. And I really enjoyed that bit, but for me, reasons not to see this movie, the Clockwork Orange, the Jimmy bit, just really let this film down. I thought Nia DaCosta did an absolute banging job. We've talked to her about her lots of times. I think she's absolutely fantastic. She did Candyman. She did Marvels. She did
there's some
Hedda last year.
There's some visually amazing moments in this movie.
I really enjoy her work. I really do. She visually stunning. The script is written by Alex Garland, who gave us the other 28 years later, 28 years saga.
The saga.
Stick around at the end of this movie. You get something really cool.
I think it's definitely, this movie is for the fans of the series and definitely trying to, I don't know, wrap it up in some sort of way or continue this storyline because, it's very important for the series. Like, they actually want to continue this story. But I don't know, for people outside the universe, it's very hard to get into.
Would you recommend people to watch this movie?
Oh, I think I would recommend if they're a lover of Ralph Fiennes.
Did you enjoy this movie more than 28 years later?
I did, actually.
Yeah, I did too.
And it comes down to Ralph Fiennes and Samson. I just found that storyline so interesting.
Personally, I would watch this movie again. Hannah, you?
If you cut out all the Jimmies, I would watch this movie again.
And rating for this one?
Ooh, it's like so close to a golf clap, but I'm going to go I played on my phone.
I think I played on my phone too. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is currently in cinemas everywhere.
Yeah.
The next movie we're going to talk about is Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice. Now, Park Chan-wook, fantastic director. I really love his work. And the last time we saw Park Chan-wook directing was, he was like also show running, which was The Sympathizer on HBO Max, which I really enjoyed that series. Not too many people really liked it, but it was about Vietnamese War, spies, double crossings, and stuff like that. He's also known for Old Boy, which is one of the greatest twist endings ever. Also did The Handmaiden as well. The elevator pitch for No Other Choice: you are a successful paper sales production manager, and you have a fantastic life. You have 2 kids, you have a wife who's plays tennis and lives in a beautiful house that you bought that was owned by your family, 2 dogs, and everything goes haywire when the company is sold and you have to sack all your friends first and then you get sacked. Then you try to get a job and you struggle to get a job, and then all hell breaks loose. This is a dark comedy, and it's definitely one of the best reasons to see this movie. I laugh multiple times throughout this movie. It goes for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and some people, I've read online that it's sort of taken away from a little bit from the movie, but for me, I laughed all the way through this movie. I think the choices that you made for this, it's absolutely mad capped.
I really do like the family dynamic that comes into play. You get to learn a lot more about your main character as it progresses. Like, you find out some new information because you kind of like, why would he do this sort of thing? And as you uncover the truth about him, you're like, oh, he's not all right in the head. And
the main star in this, who plays the dad who loses his job, his name is Lee Byung-hong, and he was in G.I. Joe: The Rise of the Cobra. He played Storm Shadow. You love Korean drama, and you love Korean soaps, and you love all Korean stuff.
Okay, thanks. I'm a Korean. I do.
Well, it's a big year for you next year.
I know.
BTS is back.
We got a new album coming out. We got
from the national service.
The service, it's great. It's awesome. K-pop's on the rise. But I you know what? Another thing is that, again, what you said, like, I love Korean dramas and soaps and stuff. Yeah, that's true. But with a movie like this, if it was, there's something about the way it's looked and telegraphed and designed. Yeah. Like, you could get this story.
He's such a visually stylish
You could
manager.
Get this story from there are, ones we've had in the past from, like, Western artists, but they don't take the time to craft it, because there's some moments where I was just like, this is so amazing to watch. And there's plays with, like, the perspective and stuff. It's just an interesting ride you go on here.
We've definitely got these type of movies before. Like, British cinema have done this movie multiple times. Like, The Full Monty is an example of this, where all people lost their jobs and then they decided to create a dance troupe. This is just another way. Like, this guy's trying to get his job back.
Yeah, the way he goes about it, just insane. And the way this movie plays out, to me, I love how this film came together at the end. Now, it's not what you would expect, but it definitely is, like, I found it enjoyable.
And it's got so much to say about how the world is getting rid of all these jobs. Like, one is big corporations selling up, halving the business, sacking people. Then it's got AI coming in and changing the way automation has changed the way of plants and stuff like that. So there's got a lot to say under the surface. I definitely think this will be remade as an English film as well, because that's what they do with Park Chan-wook's films. Hannah, I would definitely recommend people to watch this. I'm definitely going to watch this movie again. It's one of my favourite movies of last year as well. What are we going to give this as a rating?
I would say a solid golf clap.
Yeah, I think it really is between that golf clap banger sort of stage. I definitely love the ending of this movie. I
love it too.
It really, I think.
Not everyone's going to love that ending.
Definitely. It's definitely dark.
It's very dark.
Definitely dark.
I think that's why I like it, because it works out in a weird way, but it also secretly doesn't, because the family is forever damaged after that.
I've been waiting for this Park Chan-wook movie for so long, and it was highly worth the wait.
If you see this and you're like, I kind of like a dark comedy, and you're in for it, it is definitely a fun wild ride.
So No Other Choice is in limited release all around Australia now, and it's also in limited and wide release. Just depending on, check your local listings when it comes to that. Some places it's wide listing, and some places it's very small. So just check your local listings.
But be aware, it's very dark.
It definitely is. The next movie we're going to talk about is Marty Supreme. Now, Marty Supreme came out on Christmas Day in the UK and America.
You could definitely tell.
We've had limited releases throughout the month so far in Australia, and it goes in wild release this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The elevator pitch. We follow a Safdie production, Safdie production, Timothy Chalamet starred ping pong movie about a guy trying to become the number one ping pong player in the world, and all these things jumping in his way, and basically himself coming in his way as well, and all the fun things that all happen around Marty Mouse's life.
The way this guy...
Reasons to see this. Now, people have said that this is Timothy Chalamet's best performance. I would say this is just an add-on. I think all his characters recently, he's
the character he was in Dune is Paul Atreides. Is this
Wonka?
I wouldn't say Wonka.
I think Wonka is definitely
the character
a
he
version
plays in
of
Bones and All. Yeah.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
Do you not remember that?
I did, but I'm trying to block that one out of my mind. But
I can't.
Reason to say this: Timothy Chalamet's performance is good. I don't think it's the best performance of the year. I rate Michael B. Jordan's performance better than this. I also rate Ethan Hawke's performance in Blue Moon.
I probably would put Ethan Hawke's performance.
Ethan Hawke's performance in Blue Moon.
He just
one of our favorites.
Captures because he's capturing a person, and he captures it.
This is sort of based on a life as well. A ping pong player from the 1950s that played ping pong with the Globe and Harlem Globetrotters, and went all around the world. He was also a smuggler. He also was a hustler. He hustled like world leaders out of money playing table tennis. Which,
by the way, in this film, he hustles the entire movie. He's a curmudgeon. He is a guy he has an idea and a destiny to play and be the best in the world when it comes to table tennis, and he will do whatever it takes. He will borrow, bribe, steal, whatever. And it definitely does not always land in his lap as well as he would like.
Great cast in this one. You got Timothy Chalamet that plays Marty Mauser. You got Gwyneth Paltrow plays
famous actress that he has an affair with.
Adisa Ozone, who you might have seen her in I Love L.A. She plays his neighbour, Rachel
friend.
Meisler. You got Tyler the Creator plays his friend. He's a fellow hustler. You got Fran Drescher plays his mum.
Yeah, Fran Drescher. I will say everyone, unfortunately, everyone kind of falls to the wayside with Timothy Chalamet because the whole movie is built on his performance, because if it was anyone else, I think this movie
does not work.
It's just so tough to watch. But he is Timothy Chalamet. He's quite charismatic.
Yep.
He has the people's attention, the people's love. He does pull off what he has to pull off in this movie, and he does it really well.
Another reason to see this movie, I much preferred Josh Safdie's version of a movie by himself than his brother than Ben. Reason not to see this movie, I hate the character. I absolutely despise the character. There's no redeeming qualities whatsoever. The only thing that makes it watchable, as Hannah said, is Timothy Chalamet. I also hate the character that is the husband. It also is played by
the ink guy.
Billionaire Shark Tank dude. I hate that guy. I really do. I do not like that guy whatsoever. I hate what he stands for. I also hate what he came out and said that the actors, this movie could have been a lot cheaper if AI replaced all the extras. I despise everything that guy stands for, and he's one of the big reasons why I cannot stand this movie. I'll never watch this movie again. I will. I can recommend people to watch this movie because Timothy Chalamet is great. I love what Safdie's doing. I love the soundtrack to this movie.
I will say it is this movie feels like a weird thing of nostalgia where it is a movie that looks like it's from the 80s, set in the 50s, has a soundtrack that's 80s inspired, and is very built on the character that an actor is doing rather so much than the movie's quality.
Do you know what
itself.
This movie...
That's what it's giving. It's giving solid...
Do you know what this movie reminds me of? And I'm going to throw it out there. It is based on a certain guy as well. This movie that turned out to be the guy was like a charlatan. He didn't.
Are you talking about Catch Me When You Can?
No. I'm talking about Bloodsport. I think this movie has so many elements of Bloodsport. I don't know if anyone's seen Bloodsport, but it's based on a guy called Frank Dukes, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Turns out all his records and all that thing were all made up. He just made them up. And
he did, yeah.
Yeah, and so, I think this is a lot to do with it. Also, the soundtrack of Bloodsport, there's a lot of similar sounds.
What? Yeah, and you know what? The ping pong scenes are like the fighting scenes. 100%. Like, they're so intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I personally...
There's a kind of joy in that.
Personally, I think we needed less ping pong scenes and we needed more...
Whoa.
Madcap scenes of him hustling.
Him getting away with stuff? Because he struggled.
No, there was... Because, he tricked... Because at the time, they couldn't get trade in from China, but he worked out a way to get trade in from China and got ping balls in real life. So it was just he was a successful importer-exporter. And so it would have been, a really cool story and sort of hustling world leaders. I reckon that could have been a really cool story.
Yeah.
Could have been a mixture of Forrest Gump meets Bloodsport.
I think they didn't do it funny. I don't think they did it because they wanted to be he's a small town, hustle. He's 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 the little guy trying to make it away, but he's not. He's he gets away with being kind of despicable at times. But, you love him, you hate him. It's Marty Supreme, baby. That's it. Look, I can definitely recommend it for people who are charmed by the thing of this movie. If you think, I might enjoy this movie, go see it. Because it is as you said, it's kind of like a blood sport. It's that fun, intense, built on an actor's, charm, and it works every step of the way. This movie works. I just didn't like it because I'm not the number one Timothée Chalamet lover. That is just me personally. I'm just not. I like his charm. I understand him, but he's not for me.
Okay, Hen, are you going to recommend people to watch Marty Supreme, which is in a wide release in Australia?
I would 100% recommend them.
And would you watch this movie again?
I personally probably wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't either. Rating for this one?
It's a golf club.
I think it's a golf club as well. Marty Supreme is in wide release in everywhere else around the world, and from Australia, it'll be on Thursday. Last movie today. We've had some heaps of movies. We've saved the best for last. The last movie we're going to talk about today is Hamnet. Hamnet, elevator pitch. It is the death of William Shakespeare's son, Hamnet, and the making of Hamlet. That's the exact elevator pitch. It starts the first credit on the screen. That's what it says. It is directed by Chloe Zhao, who's back from the Marvel jail that she was in, and she writes, she directs, she produced the Maggie O'Farrell fan fiction of Hamnet.
Yeah.
I think this is the best way to put in this. This is definitely fan fiction of William Shakespeare. They've surmised his life. A lot of it doesn't add up to what the actual life says.
I would like to say that, the William Shakespeare part in this, it doesn't even... No. You don't even... It's not even... Yeah, you don't really focus on him as... Because Paul Mescal portrays William Shakespeare. You don't even really focus on him. It's definitely about this family, the dynamic, and the loss of a child. It's very much all about that.
Is that a good elevator pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the loss of Hamnet.
You go straight to the point. Because it is. Yeah, that is what the movie is.
Okay, so reasons to see this. There is a performance in this movie by Jessie Buckley that is... I've been trying to rack my brain. Male, female performance that is up there with this performance in the last 20 years. I'm every time I think, okay, is that performance better? I just can't think of a performance, male or female, that is better than Jessie Buckley. Now, I think there's been performances that have equaled Jessie Buckley, but nothing has come close to beating this. This is so devastating. The scene at the end where she sees Hamlet on stage brought me to tears. I've seen this movie multiple times. I'm not a huge Paul Mescal fan, but I think he's really good in this.
I think this is his best work so far.
Reasons not to see. I've heard some criticism, and when I first saw this criticism, I said, I can see where the people are coming from, where the first half of this movie is a bit slow. And it's inconsequential to the rest of the movie. But I really love this. I love how they set up the character of Agnes, is played by Jessie Buckley. I think it just really brings home.
It brings to, you know what it does? It brings to life these people.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows William Shakespeare, but I don't think people actually know the guy.
Yeah.
And so it brought to life these characters in this family.
Yeah.
That's so important. A lot of people could say this movie's emotional manipulation. Yeah. But look, films sometimes have to deal with the issue of losing a child. I mean, of course it's going to be emotional. Let's just be honest.
You know what it does, and a lot of movies don't do this, but there's not just one way of grieving. There's not one way of grieving.
Especially when it comes to...
There's someone that grieves straight away and gets it all out and it struggles to move on. And then there's other ones, people that are trying to portray their grief in another way and they're fighting for it. They're like...
It's so well done.
Emily Watson, who plays the mother-in-law, also it plays William Shakespeare's mum and plays Agnes's Jessie Buckley's mother-in-law. She deals with grief a totally different way to what they do, and she's very good in this. Emily Watson, she's always very good in these movies. I thought the soundtrack to this, the score for this movie, is brilliant. It brought me to tears.
I thought the movie...
I love the cinematography for this movie. The shots of nature as well,
but also the recurring shots, because there's a lot of moments that, you know, will come into play later, especially with Hamnet. Like, oh my God, the kids.
The kids? Oh. I love the kids. All the kids were just so good in this movie, weren't they?
Oh, little Hamnet, yeah.
Yeah,
he's gorgeous. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I really do adore this film.
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful.
How good, like Jessie Buckley, like I can't wait to see her in The Bride. I think that's going to be one of the best movies of the year. It looks fantastic. I love Jessie Buckley. I thought she was
a new number one supporter over here.
Well, I've been a big supporter of hers for a long time. There was a movie a couple of years ago where she starred with Riz Ahmed. It was an Apple. It went straight to Apple.
Oh.
And it was about people finding out who their ultimate match was.
Oh.
And it was really a really clever way of doing it. I thought she was great in Women Talking.
Oh, yeah.
Great in The Lost Order. She was also fantastic in Wicked Little Letters. Do you remember seen that movie? She was really funny in that movie.
She was.
She was great in Chernobyl as well. She was in a movie called Wild Rose, where she actually sung in the movie.
Yeah.
She was really good in that as well.
This movie, if you're wondering why she kind of has it in the bag when it comes to this race that we've had at the moment with award season, like, you have to watch this performance. Like, it's definitely...
If you haven't seen Alex Garland's Men... she was the highlight of that movie as well. She was very good in that movie. Fingernails is the movie with Riz Ahmed, where they pull out fingernails to test on if you who's the love of your life is. Hamnet, okay. One of the best calls Hannah made last year, driving to see this movie in a preview screening. I said to her, "Do we need tissues for this movie?" No, we'll be fine. Both of us. Absolute messes after this movie. Absolute messes.
I would say one was a little bit more emotional than the other.
I have never cried as much as I have in the last 10 minutes of this movie. It was so good. It was so good. And the scene where Agnes loses her child, I was crying in that scene as well. And her just gut reaction, it was just utter pain. And then when you cry and then you can't find any sound.
I will say,
she did that so well.
When we were in the theater, the whole rest of the movie from like halfway through is just sniffling. It's just like...
Yeah, everyone was not dealing with it.
You could just hear it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing about going to see this movie in cinema.
Yeah.
Is to see it with a bunch of people you've never met and you're all just soaking in, having that good cry, because it's such a beautiful moment to connect in that way, and that's what movies are supposed to do, connect in different ways.
Okay.
And like this is a very emotional, well put together film.
So good.
That
Close yours
gives
back.
us a little perspective that you never saw coming, you know?
Hannah,
Yeah.
would you recommend people to watch this movie?
I definitely would.
Hannah, would you watch this movie again?
That's really tough. I think I generally would. I don't want to seek out the movie unless I was like, but if someone said, "Oh, I haven't seen Hamnet," and they like
Let's go watch it.
Shakespeare ass
Yeah.
or you know things, and I'd be like, "Yeah, of course, come watch this."
I'll definitely watch
Very
this movie
emotional.
again. Hannah, your rating for this movie?
I would put it as a banger, but I hear that you would like to put it up higher.
Well, I've already rated this movie my second best movie of the year from 2025, and I rated it an all-time classic. I just love this movie. I think it's
Life-changing.
I think I do. I think it's a movie I'm going to revisit, every couple of years, just when I need an emotional release. I think this movie will just deliver that over and over again.
I just watched Batman.
Jesse Buckley's performance.
I'm good.
Yeah, I just loved it so much. I think it is. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think. Right up there with Al Pacino's performance in Godfather 2. I think that's how good this performance is. His performance in Godfather 2 is unbelievable.
And one.
One, also fantastic as well. Hamnet is in wide release in Australia and it's in select cities in America now. I think you can get it because it's a focus feature. I think you can get it on Peacock soon as well because they'll be ramming it up for the Oscars because the Oscar nomination voting has finished. We'll find out the nominations, I think, this week, later this week. And so they'll start voting soon, so it'll be on Peacock soon in the States. That is it for today's show. Fantastic show. What a show. 28 years later.
That happened. RIP.
So 28 years later is I played on my phone. The RIP is a golf clap. Marty Supreme is a golf clap. No other choice is a golf clap. And for me, Hamnet, all-time classic. For Hannah, it is a banger. What a fantastic show. Tomorrow on the channel, AFI Redux, where we're trying to find the perfect AFI list. And we are going to review...
Mutiny on the Bounty.
Mutiny on the Bounty, starring the
mutinies.
great Clark Gable. Hannah's always trying to do a mutiny on this show, and one day she will survive. She's going to... I'm the Gene Hackman, and she's the Denzel Washington of Crimson Tide.
I'm a real Denzel Washington type.
Long live cinema. That's my great co-host, Hannah. Till we meet again. It's bye for now.
Bye.